Hello and welcome. I just had to check, just noticed my lights weren't all on, so might have a little bit of shadowing. Ooh, looking at the lighting, I'm getting so professional, right? Got a little bit of sun coming in, but I didn't get my overhead light on, but that's okay. I can deal with that. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me and thank you for watching the replay and like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. So my goal is to reach 1,000 and hey, I'm open to it. I'm open to 10,000. Who knows? Put it out there into the universe and allow it to go upon the airways. Wow. Wow. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes, we're stepping into some crazy, crazy energies. We are. But before we step into them, back to school, baby. Back to school. Mateus starts school on Wednesday. Oh, my heart. My heart. I feel more for him going back to school than I did my own children. I remember when it was my eldest first day of school and just, in his cute little shirt and pants, and got a picture of him standing beside this tree and looking Mr. like, yeah, I'm going to school. It's grade 1. And, and I love how people have pictures now where they hold little signs. This is day 1 of my grade 1, 2021 or 2000, whatever. And so this is, I love those little pictures. And then they have one, this is, the end of grade 1, I begin grade 2, September. I love those pictures. Those are wonderful scrapbooking memory ones. I wish I would have done that with my kids when they're little and did something along that lines. But yeah, back to school. He goes to school Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then next week, of course, we go into the long weekend, the Labor Day long weekend. And then he starts full time again on Tuesday. Man, it's watching him because he is 6 and he is a little light of my life, but watching the transformation and changes within the last 6 years, watching him grow in 6 years, but also let's bring it in, the energies of the last 6 years. How much has changed within our own lives? How much have we let go of within the last 6 years? And how, this is constant. It's a constant moving. We are constantly moving. We are constantly changing. And you are not holding the cells you held when you were 16. You try. There's many products out there, that are going to want to take your money so to hopefully that you can come back to that youthful 16-year-old. But you might be able to change some things maybe on the outside physically, but your internal organs, your cells, your bones, all of that within you knows that you have changed, knows that you have evolved further along your life than you had, from 16, even though sometimes we want to keep those appearances. But this is where the energy is coming in the next couple of days. It's going to be a wee bit crazy. Let's say the next couple months. We won't go past there. So we have September and October coming in. We have a lot of transitions and people having to, what is your truth? Like, I love when people aren't wanting to admit their age. I really, I think it's like, I don't want to admit my age. And I'm like, but why? You have so much wisdom there. There's so much wisdom within you, but you still want to be that 29-year-old or 39-year-old. So you want to go backwards. And what is there that you are wanting so badly that you can't have now? And it's like, I was more agile. I was more youthful. I was more vibrant. And this is where it's okay. So why can't you utilize what you do have now to create that in some new way with what you do have? Because where the energies are coming in, and the reason why I'm bringing up that story is we can't go back. We can't go back. And with where Pluto is, and we're coming up to this 4th Eris square Pluto. Exact. And we're coming into a Saturn square Uranus. That is hell. That is hell. 43 and aging like a good wine. Julie, yeah. Yes. Yes. Just in a nice, beautiful 100-year oak barrel will put you in with your, just getting all those lovely little tantums and essences going. So we are coming into this beautiful transition. When you are standing in who you are and you're standing in that truth, this is what pushes you along. This is what brings you into that sailing mode. If you're not, you're coming into the eye of a perfect storm. And I say perfect storm because it's like we can see it coming. We know there's a lot of nuttiness. There's a lot of discord that is out there, Eris, discord that is happening. So we are sailing in towards, we want to sail into the Isle of Discord? Or are we seeing it and saying, you know what? I honor that. I honor and I see that. I'm going to bless it. I'm going to send it lots of love. But that's not my truth. That's not where I'm going. That's not for me. I'm going in a different way. I'm going into my truth. And this is stop being afraid. The sun is squaring the nodes. We have a finger of God. We have these big squares coming up. Energy's coming in. And whether you believe in astrology or you don't, whatever is like, I don't believe in this, I just want to listen to you because, listen to whatever it is. You can feel it. It's like walking into a room when you know there's something going on. The kids are up to something. You just know it. There's a buzz in the air. And that's where it is. There's a buzz in the air. There's a buzzing in the air. And sometimes that buzzing, because we're in Virgo energy, is kind of a quaking, kind of a shifting. We sort of assimilate with Uranus and Aquarius with earthquakes. But this is mutable earth. Like she shakes, she moves. She comes into who she is. She's the Virgo. The Virgo is the truth of who she is. She does not need a man for completion or anyone else. She is the sheath of the wheat. She is the wholeness. She is the food. She is the grain. She's coming in and saying, we're shifting things. We're going to move things in a new way. And Mercury's there, and it's coming in to that opposition to Neptune. And Mars in that opposition to Neptune happen. And then the sun is moving into this opposition of Neptune. And Neptune is, that he comes in with a connection to God, if you so want it. Or he can take you into something else, if you so want it. He can take you into a place where there is disillusionment, if that's where what your truth is right now, and that's where you want to be. Or he can bring you over to another place. And with Uranus, which is the higher octave of Mercury, saying we can connect to that of the truth of God, but we have to come in with our plan. We may not have all the new equipment, but we do have a lot of equipment. We do have a lot of information that we can utilize to create something new. And this is where it's like to take it and take charge. This is where it is the emotional action. Now, saying that, I mean, this is where it's like, we also have the moon in Aries. And this is like bringing in some fiery essence to it. And as we're coming into this fiery essence, it's like a lot of people are with the movement and the vibrations, and you're feeling that sort of buzz in the air, that electricity can cause people to be off balance, anxiety, nervous, depression, feeling aloof, fogginess. That's where, a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago, I was saying for people to get to look at Moldavite, because Moldavite would probably for a lot of people would be very good in helping them to ground and come back into their body, because we need people to come back in. We need people to come back in. We need people to come back in and be grounded, to come into the grounding as the shifting is happening. We need them here because that grounding helps you to put roots in. The roots is this network of energy. It's amazing how when they do work on plants and seeing the vibrations of plants and that, where when there's a fire or distress, the roots send out signals, for what's going on. So there's a connection. Same with the cypress down in the swamps down in Florida and Louisiana. The trees that are there, they form a connection. So that connection, when there is storms or hurricanes or crazy tides that come in, they connect with one another and really allow for that rooting to happen. And that's where this connection is. The connection is deep down within us. This connection is the connection of reaching out and coming and tapping into those signals that are coming in. It is the psychic connection, and trusting it, because many times when you're tapping into the depths and the roots of this energy, it's like, whoa, okay. But we bring in this higher energy, this higher octave of energy that says, you can do this. Slow and steady. We can do this. We can move in a direction and allow ourselves not to go into the eye of the storm, although the eye of the storm is the peacefulness. But this is where we have to honor and trust, in the direction that we need to go. If you wish to go into the eye of the storm, you most definitely can. But I feel there's almost where I get a bad news bears kind of energy with that, for things coming in. This is coming into a new uncomfortable adjustment of it's the aspects of adjustment into this new uncomfortable. We have to come into this uncomfortableness. We have to come into this new readjusting. And we've been readjusting all year. I know we have. We've been readjusting. We've been reevaluating, looking at things. It's this coming into an underground, a spiritual network, because that's where your connection will be. Your connection is this place where you can reach out and you go, I feel safe in talking to you. And that's what I want to create, is a underground, a spiritual connection, a connection where you feel safe. You can come and talk to me. And it's a place where, okay, you know what? I am nervous. I am upset. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's work through this. It's a place where, yeah, there's anger. There's a lot of anger. And the anger is coming in through the discord of Eris, because Eris is getting you to look at the discord, not, within your own world, but also the world around you. You cannot not see it or feel it. It's in the air. And September and October, I'm warning you now. I'm setting out a warning. I wish I had red lights here. Is going to be Harry Carey. It's going to be nutty, and it's going to be stormy, and there's going to be a lot of chaos being created in and around us. But to get through the storm, to get through this energy, is to stay in your truth. To stay in that. To bring in that spiritual connection. One of the reasons, when my guide said have a back to school auction, and I thought, oh, I really don't want to have an auction. Why am I having an auction? And the clarity came later this morning when they said it's your spiritual network connection. People need a spiritual connection. And whether that's you coming in and my readings being at $90 or signing up for some coaching sessions, which are absolutely fabulous prices, or coming in and registering for my classes where we have the Journey Club or the Manifesting Some Cool Ass Shit, or the Angel Alchemy class, which is working with the divine, with the heavenly angels, 16 archangels, and the Divine Mother in the center. And we create a medicine wheel. We have the Archaeas that we are going to be working with too. So we have this energy that wants to help you to come into your spiritual network. Come into that place where it's like, no, I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not fluffing things up for you. I'm coming in real. I'm not hyping things up to where, oh, everything's going to be okay, baby. Don't worry about it, as, you know, things are being bashed. No, I want to come in with you with truth. So the first week of September will be nuts. Buy your groceries before then. Yeah. Truckers going on strike. Also, here's the other one, and is food. Food grocers, the buyers of products from farmers. It's their contracts don't go past October for the first time in 40 years with a lot of farmers. A lot of contracts, they cannot guarantee anything past October. So I've said food shortages, and people thought, oh, well, last year. Well, remember the Depression, the dirty 30s, or the Dust Bowl of the 30s. The food shortages just didn't happen. It was slow in coming. So we've stocked up on lots of canned goods. I don't can myself, but like canned vegetables and fruit and all kinds of stuff. And my kids are like, this is crazy, Mom. Well, they always say this is crazy, Mom. But it is. It's doing that stocking up. No, you don't make it pretty. No, I don't make it pretty. But the thing is that I want to give you the roots to give you the strength to weather any storm, to give you that knowingness that you are powerful, beautiful beings. That's where the energy is. And I lose people when I say this. I know. I mean, I don't know how many people on here just a minute ago, and I start talking about this. They're like, oh, she's not being light and fluffy. No, I'm not going to be light and fluffy. This isn't a light and fluffy time. I used to do like monitoring. Oh, today's a fair day. Oh, today's this. When I look at some of my videos back from 2014 and 2016, I was doing little on the computer videos and posting them up where I could. I wasn't on YouTube, which I probably should have been. But anyways, I wasn't. But this is where I go back, and it was like the energies were so much lighter. They were so much lighter. Yeah, we had to go through Saturn and Scorpio and a few other things. But it was before 2008, before Pluto hit Capricorn. Things were, not too bad. Things were, picking up, seemed to go pretty good with the energies. And then things started to really shift. And since 2012, shift in even a bigger way. And I saw this little video the other day, and I thought, she picked up an old phone. It's a digital phone. She picked up this phone and she goes, "Hello, 1980? Yes. I would like to come back. Oh, really? All right. You'll come pick me up. Perfect. I'll be outside waiting." Because even though it seemed easier. I mean, we can look back and it seems easier. Now we're coming in where we really have to set those roots down. This is a new network that we have to create. And this new network that we have to create is one that comes from the heart. It's one where we have to create from here. It's one that we have to come into our grounding. And this is where the new life, and this is a new life of positivity. But stop like budding out what, this is budding out what we don't want. Like, what don't you want in your life? And what do you're hanging on to something that's just not there. If you were in such belief with certain things in your life, with maybe it's the medical system or the government or something along that line, it's not there. It's not there. And this is where we want to create the newness for ourselves. And we got to start with our truth. And that's where the Eris comes in. That's where the goddess of discourse comes in. She comes in and says, you know what? You want to argue over this golden apple? Cool. I love to watch it. I love to watch you argue and bicker. I love to see you go into your lower forms. Yes, this is what I want. That's Eris. I mean, she drags her axe through the battlefields after the battle is done and looks through them, and she just, with the blood and the gore, that's Eris of discord. That's who she is. She loves that. And Pluto's coming in, and Pluto, and this is where the finger of God also comes in, because these are aspects that don't get along. Pluto is going like, no, we want to bring in some kind of balance here. I want to show you what's going on. I want to make sure that you understand that you can make the changes. Are you willing to do the work to make the changes? Are you willing to stand in your truth of who you are in order for you to create something that is better for you? Are you allowing for that energy, those golden lights, to come through you and know that they are there? Believe in you. Believe in you. That's where it's coming in. Because definitely there are shortages coming in. There's a crazy election that's coming in. We have the British Parliament, who is like furious with the United States right now. I mean, it's funny when you watch the British Parliament, actually, when those guys go off. It's actually kind of comedy how they go off on one another. But anyways, they're furious at Biden for the whole thing. And what does that cause? How is this where everybody comes in and goes against the states? Interesting. I just thought of that. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I froze as soon as I said that. Oh my God, that's so funny. I froze. My computer just, when I said that. What kind of discord? I mean, tables are turning. Things are shifting. Remember, I said this a few years ago. I said this back in 2019. Who you think your friends are not your friends. Where you think this was your enemy is no longer your enemy. And that's coming to, it's like you're looking around. What do you mean they're a good person? Hang on here. You're telling me that this is a good thing? It's a wake up, and it's getting more and it's getting more and more intense with the energy, with everything coming through. And we can feel it. It's in the air. We can feel it. It's a vibration that's coming in, and we're going to be feeling it more throughout this weekend as we're building up to a new moon in Virgo. We just got through, we're still in 8-8. We're still in that Lionsgate energy. So we can utilize this beautiful portal of energy, this beautiful energy of August, and say, what are we pushing up? What do we want to put forward? And step to it. It's there for us to step to it. It's there for us to grab the love. It's there for us to grab for it. But I know, just like you, I get nervous. I get scared. I get, flabbergasted over things and frustrated. I really didn't look at much things yesterday when it came to news and other things, blogs and stuff like that. I didn't. And then, of course, everything popped up on my media today and in my inbox about shit coming down the pipe. And that's where the shifting's coming in. So the shifting's coming forward for us. And it's almost where it's the fastest moving planet right now, because Venus is starting to slow down. She retrogrades at the end of the year. Mercury's coming into it, will be coming into its shadow. It goes into Libra on Sunday. It's starting to slow down. The fastest moving planet is Mars. And Mars is moving into the eye of the storm. And he doesn't like Libra. That's not his, that, because Libra wants to talk, Libra wants to balance things and weigh everything out. And here is, Mars is like, fuck you. I am tired of the talking. I'm tired of the weighing out. He becomes the rogue warrior. And the rogue warrior is the one that goes out and, along with Eris, cause chaos. And that's what happens for September and October, is more chaos. And so we're heading into some craziness, where I know certain things, like Alberta said, they're not going to be doing any more lockdowns or anything like that. Have some mandatory. I don't know about the passports and bullshit like that. But there are, the thing is that they want everybody to come together on this. And there is a lot of pushback for it, especially, I see it more back west. I don't know about back east, but there is a push of it, So, and that push really is like, oh, fabulous. She's like, okay, Mary, take a sip of your coffee. I'm taking a sip of my coffee. My coffee, this runs in my veins. It does. It's like, it's the goddess Caffeina is in here. So we got to honor the goddess Caffeina. See? My broomstick runs on coffee. My broomstick runs coffee. Anyways, bringing this in, right? Bring on the craziness. We are strong and have survived so much already. We have, Jen. Yes, we have. We are here. We are ready. We are warriors. Ha! It's Braveheart. The energies of Braveheart are coming in. Ah! Let us stand in our power. The power of the goddesses on the bunch of crazy women on the top of the hill. Yeah! I think anybody at the bottom of the hill saw us running down the hill like crazy. They'd be like, what the hell? Bunch of crazy mothers are up coming down the hill. There is a group of women in India, and I can't remember what the name of them, but there's a group of women that travel throughout India. And if there's a woman in distress, because of the way the laws are and the bullshitness in India, sometimes they go into the different villages. And if there's a woman there that needs help, say their husband is an asshole and he's being a right jerk and he's drinking and beating her and doing all kind of fucking bullshit, they come in and beat him and rescue her and say, you can join us. So they come in and they make a village. It's a village of women that come together that really come in, and they have sticks and they go around, and they're all ages that they come in and they say, this is what we're doing. And there is negotiation before. I mean, they know that they're coming in. And they get one of the elder ones, I believe, to come in and chat and saying, okay, you have to make some changes here, buddy. We're not taking this bullshit from you anymore. This is kind of where the energy is. We're not taking this bullshit anymore. We're coming in, we're standing up, and this is what we're going to do. And if you don't like it, well, then you're going to get a good whoop ass. Because it's the law, because there is countries still today, and we're going to see it in Afghanistan. We're going to see it in Afghanistan. Those poor women, those poor girls, So you were like living for 10 years, like say for 20 years under this ruling of beginning some freedom, and went to school and felt, yes, I'm proud to be a vibrant Muslim woman. And now, no, you got to hide yourself. We can't see you. You can't talk. You got to wear this. You can't go to school. You can't do this. That's the tyranny. Those men can come out and say, oh, no, we won't do that. They're fucking liars. Like every last one of them. When you look at them, if you sat there and you just went into your intuition and you looked at them, you're just like, no, you guys, oh, that one in the back corner is a little dickhead. You know he beats his wife. That's, when you're coming into it. And when you can see it and you can feel it. And that's what we got to go into. So this is then we come into that power. We step into that, be those women in India with the sticks and say, fuck, no, we're not taking it anymore. And I'm going to stand in my vibration of truth and love and divineness and allow my golden light to shine, because I am the Athena. I am the Minerva. I am that of all of creation, because I am that of God. And that's where we stand in. That's where we go into the energies so that we can do it. And then breathe and ground, breathe and ground. So I'm going to leave you guys on that note on breathing and grounding. My auction is up. Journey Club is up there. It at 10 o'clock is recess time. So at recess, we will that'll stop. And there is the Angel Alchemy. The opalette keeps coming in for me. So we have those classes that are up today. And please participate in the auction. And more is going to be coming up this afternoon. So we're going to have this afternoon, and then we'll have night school, and then the weekend will be detention. You all know who's going to be in the detention, right? Yeah. Okay. Have a good one, everybody. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Shine your light. Shine your light. Don't let anybody stop it. Blessing.